Hi, Veronica and Jordyn. Congrats on the win tonight. Veronica, first for you, just quite a night for you with a goal and an assist. I was just wondering if you can just talk through what you saw on both your goal and then your assist for Jordyn.
I mean, we do a lot of crossing and finishing, and like we try to say that we're like really ruthless, and we're trying to be really ruthless in and around goal. So I mean, anytime you're playing with Pino, it's like get in the box because she just has the absolute best deliveries. And then Jordyn's been nonstop training with her headers, and it's paid off so much. So again, like you look up, you see Jordyn Huitema on the back post, get the ball to the back post. Like it's kind of self-explanatory.
Building on that, it didn't seem like either defense was easy to get through to, and all of your success came from going outside in and far post. And then Jordyn, that seemed pretty cathartic on that goal when you celebrated after having the one called off. Can you comment about, was it that the game was bringing you the outside in was available, or is it just a tactical choice that came from outside?
I think we always have a game plan going in, and I think that we have so many amazing players that it's hard to pick. And I think that teams choose to deal with something which automatically gives up something else. And I think that if you choose to deal with one side and over-rotate, then we're going to have the opposite side, and we trust every single person in the lineup to be able to run in behind or ball at feet. So I think we're such a good team because everyone's so good, and it's just you can't deal with us all. So knowing that, I think it's like playing the game, we have a game plan, but of course things change. Like we don't know exactly what opposition are going to do coming into it. So if they take one thing away, we have another, and we just adapt to that. And yeah, of course this game opened that up, and we took advantage of that. So I think it's just we have an idea going in, but plans change sometimes, and we just adapt, and we're very well-rounded as a team that we can deal with whatever.
You had that one goal called off early. The first question is, how do you motivate yourself to keep going? Because it's frustrating, right, when it's not a handball, and the broadcast showed that, just in case you're wondering, and it gets called off, but you still were able to find a goal. How do you do that? And then also, it seems like you've been scoring really consistently since you came back from camp with Canada and you had that goal there. Has something changed for you? Was it just you saw one go in and now they're all going to go in?
Yeah, I'll speak on the second part first, and then I can go into the first part. But I think as a forward, everybody knows that you have a monkey on your shoulder at the beginning of the season, and once you get it off, it's when the gates are open. And I think that everybody struggles with it at times, that they're just in their own head. And yeah, getting that first one felt great, and I think even just the one with Canada really started that off within camp, and then to come back confident and to progress off of that. And I think, going back to your first question, I think we're frustrated as a team with VAR and with the reffing. I think it's just something that we've implemented to make calls and decisions fair, and I don't think it's been used correctly. So I think we're frustrated with that. And whether it's we need to figure out how to use it. I haven't seen a ref go to the TV. I don't know if they're making the decision for the ref and then the ref just decides, okay, that's what it is, because they're not getting a second view of the call. So I think we're frustrated with VAR. But of course, like as an athlete, as a professional, everybody knows how to just get back into it as soon as the whistle blows and doesn't go your way. I think like the call for it not to be a handball for them and then continue playing, then it's a handball for me. Obviously it's difficult, but you can't go back. And I think that's where we're trying to progress, is making calls like that go our way sometimes. I feel like they always don't. But I think the understanding of VAR needs to be better by refs, because we are frustrated with it. So yeah, but obviously everybody knows how to move forward and forget about it, and we have to keep pushing, because obviously it's never going to change the call, it's never going to revoke it. So just learning how to keep moving forward and get a goal because yours didn't count is kind of the mindset after that.
Thanks, Bella. We're going to take a question here on Zoom from Jada. Jada, you can go ahead.
Thanks. Jordyn, actually for both of you, I wanted to ask if there was a little bit more to this match, because you're playing against Sam, or Rain is playing against Sam for the first time. Did you sense that from any of the players that have been here for a longer time than y'all, or more Laura?
I mean, we kind of, like Sam obviously really knows the Rain and like how we play and whatnot. So it was kind of a bit of cat and mouse, like, oh, Sam might think we're going to do this, so we're going to do this. Or like, we know that Sam wants to do this, so we're going to do this. So again, like, at the end of the day, once you get on the field, it's 11v11. And it's soccer. So you have to adapt, and regardless of the game plan that you have to adapt. And yeah, I think we came into this just being like, it's an opportunity to get 3 points. Doesn't matter who we're playing against or who their coach is. It's an opportunity for us to finish out a 3-game week and get 3 points.
Thanks, Jada. We're going to take an in-person question now.
Hi, Veronica and Jordyn. First of all, thank you for taking my question, and this is an absolute dream come true for me to be sitting here. And you guys are stars of mine, so thank you. And the question is, we've seen a lot of team camaraderie from the OL Reign this season. A lot of team celebrations. Jess and Bethany get those going. Looks like that was on lock today as well. Can you talk about how important it is to have a tight-knit team and a group of really amazing people to make this happen?
Yeah, I mean, this is obviously my first team in the NWSL, and it's the best team I've played on ever in my life, probably. Like, just the group is incredible, and it's genuine. Like, it's not fake. What you see is what you get. Everything that we do on the field for games, we're doing it in training times 10. Like, we're just wild, and we love each other, and it's so genuine. It's just like we have each other's back so much, and we have hard conversations, we say tough things, and then we're open arms after games. It's just all of it. It's like such a healthy relationship with everybody within the team. It's just so good, front to back, top to bottom, coach and staff involved as well. It's just such an incredible group that I'm really proud to be a part of, because it's incredible. It's kind of unheard of in a way. I haven't played for a lot of teams that have this kind of connection, so it's definitely special.
So going from the first half to the second half, any of the two of you can answer this question, what do you think as a player changed between first half and second half when it came to breaking down the Houston dash and breaking the deadlock?
I mean, credit to Houston, they are a really solid defensive team, and they knew what our game plan was in terms of like trying to get ready and get prepared for crosses in the box. I think for us, we just wanted to try to switch up the types of crosses that we were doing and not make everything kind of predictable, and making sure that we have runs going to every place, whether it's a run to score a goal or it's a run to push the defense back. And yeah, it's just a matter of waiting for that all to click, and you could see it was coming in the first half, and with Jordyn's goal getting called off, like you could see that it was there, and in the second half it was just a matter of like that final clicking moment.
Thank you.
Last one from me, talking about this was the 3rd game in a week for you all to play in. Yet from kickoff, it didn't look like you guys had played your 3rd game in a week, because you guys right from kickoff just had so much energy, probably much better, first half compared to last week at Louisville. So I was just wondering if you can either one of you just talk about, how did the training go in terms of getting ready and just kind of starting off so well.
I think it speaks volumes to the depth of our team. I think that we have such a good team, top to bottom. It's wild. Like, everybody contributes, everybody plays long minutes, and that's what keeps us fresh, and that's what's going to help us continue staying fresh throughout the season. It's what we need, and I think that the team's attitude, everybody is so good, and that's why we're able to balance these 3-game weeks of being able to give players rest when they need it, so that they can come out and play big games and show up for the team. So everybody has a hand in everything throughout the week, so I think that plays a big role. And obviously there's a lot that goes behind the scenes from the staff as well, with managing our minutes, managing everything, managing our trainings, making sure that we're getting enough rest. That's world class as well, so I think that it's keeping us primed and ready to go when we need to, and not overloading us when it's time to shut off a little bit, that we're ready for when it's go time.
Thanks, Jacob, and Bella, you can close us out.
Speaking of having a super talented team, for you, Veronica, there's a lot of big names on this team, right? You're playing with Meg Rapinoe, Canadian national team players, U.S. women's national team players, and you are someone that Laura consistently turns to, whether it's to start the offense or to shut down a game and chase their defenders all over the field. How do you stay ready and be that veteran presence that Laura can rely on so much?
At the end of the day, I mean, I've had 2 really bad injuries. Like, I've had 2 ACLs, and soccer has been taken away from me. And I think for me, every time I step on the field, I try to remember how grateful I am to be able to be here and to be in this environment where regardless if you're getting 5 minutes or 90 minutes, you're treated so well as a human being. And at the end of the day, that's the most important thing for me, is that you could have an amazing soccer coach who treats you like garbage and you're miserable when you're off the field. But when somebody treats you with such respect and like you matter regardless of the minutes that you're getting, that like our staff does and our teammates do, it makes the biggest difference. And it makes you so committed to this team so that regardless if like there are games that you don't get in or there are games that you get in and you're in like stoppage time and you're just at 7, it's like, oh, like, yeah, is it a bit of a dagger to go in at the time? Yeah, but at the end of the day, like, your team trusts you enough to put you in and close out a game or to be there, which, like, whatever role that you may need to be in. And I'm just really grateful for that. Like, I'm grateful for this environment and for this team.
I think also, whether it's 2 minutes or 90 minutes, Ronnie shows up. And I think it's like her mindset and her work, like Ronnie will grind a game out. And like everybody knows that. And it's like, no matter if she hasn't played for a few games and she's in to play a 90, she will play a 90 and she will play it till the final whistle goes. And I think everybody has so much trust in her, including the staff, that I think it pays so much for her mindset, and everybody knows that Ronnie will always be on. Like I haven't seen a game where you're off. Like I haven't on, and it's like, don't cry. I genuinely haven't seen her come in and not try her best, and you know that's what you're gonna get. And I think she's so consistent, and I think that's why we have so much faith in her. And I know that's why the staff have so much faith in her to come in, no matter when we need her. At any point, she shows up.
All right, that's it for questions. Thanks, Jordyn. Thanks, Veronica.